Good day, beautiful people out there. I hope your day is good. You're welcome to my channel. Previously, we looked at self-awareness, how we can identify ourselves. We looked at thinking, reflecting back on our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, how we can use that to further take the appropriate steps that we need to take in life to better our life. For more views, you can click my previous video to watch and get a better view. But today, we'll be looking at importance of professional counselors in secondary school. We know that secondary school comprises of children that are in their adolescent stage, mostly. That's the composition of secondary school. Many of them are in their adolescent stage already. And we know that adolescent stage is a transitional stage. We call it the stage of stress and storm. The reason being that these children, they undergo lots of challenges like physical changes, emotional changes, psychological changes that they experience, that if they are not well guarded, they may be lured by peers and the environmental influences that may help them, that will make them derail from their academic path. So if counselors are in all the secondary schools, whether public or private, they will go a long way in helping these children to adjust, understand their environment properly, and adjust to their environment in the right way, and help themselves to be able to make the right or informed choices that will help them better their future. So that's one of the importance of professional counselors. We know that counseling, professional counseling, is a three-tiered profession, a service. These three tiers has to do with educational, vocational, and personal social. That's the three tier of counseling: educational, vocational, and personal social. Now, how does the counselor help the student to adjust educationally? In educational counseling, the counselor helps the students to imbibe good study habits, how they will be able to pay attention during classes or lessons so that they can learn properly or adequately what they are intended to learn. So the counselor will help the students to be able to develop their attention span in the right direction, having helped them to imbibe good study habits. The counselor will also help the students to manage their time properly, effective time management skills. That's another thing that the counselor will help the student to do. The counselor will also help the student to be able to have examination specific skills, skills that the student need to have in order for them to prepare adequately for their exam. That's another thing the counselor or professional counselor can help a student achieve. Another thing that the counselor will help the student to do is to set achievable academic goals. What they actually want. What do you want? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? At the end of this term, or at the end of this session, I should have known this, I should have gotten this, I should have been able to do this or do that. Let's say a student that finds it difficult to study, to read on his own. The counselor helping him to set achievable academic goals means that the counselor can help such a student to set goals of maybe starting to read within short frame of time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. At the end of the session or term, the student will be able to read maybe 2 subjects in a day, will be able to read for 1 hour, will be able to read like for a week, be able to read all through his subjects. That's achievable academic goals. At the end of the term, I want to be the best student in my class. I'll be able to get it. I'll be able to get there. That's another achievable goal that a counselor can help a student gradually attain or set and pursue. The counselor will also help the student to map out plans on how to achieve their goals, as to pursue their goals and achieve it. So those are the things the counselor can help the student do. Educational counseling. So then we'll go to the career counseling. For career counseling or career guidance, the professional counselor will help the students to understand their ability, their interest, their personality, and be able to match it with their performances and their interests, and be able to choose subjects that will better help them to advance their interests or their career path as they grow in their academics. Because we know that definitely every student will eventually enter into a career in the future. So the counselor is in a better position to help guide the student to choosing that career path through the adequate or proper choice of subjects and combination of subjects. No, there are some students that may be very good in arts, but they will tell you that they want to do a science course. The counselor is in a better position to guide that student to know that your interest and your ability lies in the arts, not in the sciences. And I know you'll do better if given the opportunity and the privilege. So, or the support that is needed. So, the counselor will help such a student to grow in whatever career path he or she is choosing. So, that's another importance of professional counselor. Another thing that the counselor can do is in the personal social aspects of counseling. Personal social aspects, like I have said before previously, that the adolescents, they are in the stress and storm period, where so many influences come on them. And because of the changes they experience, psychological, emotional, social, physical, and otherwise, they are tending to sway from the right path. So the counselor is in a better position, having understood the developmental stages or the stage that the students are in. The counselor will help guide them to be dependent, as in be able to control their emotions and their feelings, so that they are not easily carried away, leaving their academic pursuits and going to things that are not necessary for them or for their future. So that's another thing that the counselor will help the student at the secondary school level to do. We know that peer influence is something that is rampant in our society. So students influencing each other without guidance, the proper guidance, means that they are permitted to do anything. And sometimes once their peers are doing the thing, it becomes normal for them. It becomes a norm. So they just pick it without thinking twice. They just pick that habit and begin to live that way. As far as they are concerned, their friends in school, their classmates are doing it. It's a normal thing. It's good. So anyone that is not involved is like left out, is segregated or is sidelined. So they don't want to be sidelined. Wanting to belong, they will get involved without thinking twice. But the counselor being on ground is very, very helpful in that area to help them understand the behavior of their peers, their self, and their future. No, comparing their future goal to the present gain they are going to gain from the behavior they want to adopt, they will now begin to withdraw with the help of the counselor. So that's another help that the counselor can give to them, especially in the area of substance abuse. We know that substance abuse is prevalent in our society today. So many youths, many children, students, they take substances without checking the things. Their friends are taking them. So they just bring them to school, and before you know, like an experience I had about 2 weeks ago, a student of JSS2 came to school with, what is this thing called again? Oh? This sachet alcohol, sachet alcohol. Came to school with sachet alcohol, plenty of it. I don't know where he got them. Whether I went to buy them or he was given by somebody, I don't know. He went to his class and started distributing to every student in the class. So some of them took and started misbehaving. They were talking to teachers like their mates. They were just so arrogant that day that one of the teachers took note and said, what is going on in this school today? Every student is misbehaving. What is wrong? And reported to the vice principal. The vice principal called the student, one of the students, come. He sat down, come close to me, come close to me. Being that the vice principal sat down and the student was standing, the student seemed taller. So the head of the vice principal and the mouth of the student were almost equal, you know. So he said, can you talk to me? What's wrong? What's wrong today? So the student started talking, and the principal or the vice principal perceived the alcohol. Come, what is it? Why did you get this? You smell alcohol. What happened? You took alcohol before you came to school. He said, no, I'll call your parents now. And he started confessing that my classmate gave it to me. And that's how many students are lured into use of drugs or substances in our society today. So a student gave to him, he didn't question, he just took. Not only him, every member of the class got one shot that day. Let's assume other things were mixed into it. You can imagine what would have happened to those children that day. So that somebody brought something like that to school and gave to them. I don't know what he told them that made everybody to take, and all of them ingested that thing into their system. So the counselor, if a counselor was in that school, the counselor will be in a better position to handle those students on that particular issue that day, helping them to understand, making them to understand the consequences of their behavior and what it will take for them to abstain from it, the benefits of abstinence. The counselor will help the students to understand all that, and they will make better or informed choices on their own without the counselor forcing them or coercing any of them to change or to stop that particular behavior. We just make them understand benefits or consequences of the behavior and make them make their choices on their own. I'm sure by the time the counselor have run them through the benefits and consequences, they will make better or informed choices that will help them better their life instead of marring their life. We know that if we leave our students the way they are or the way they come to school on a daily basis, if we leave them to themselves, things will go out of hand in our society. Of course, we know that every student that achieves is for the betterment of the society. The achievement of every student is to better our society, is for national development. So if we want our nation to grow, our economy to be better, we must build our students from the secondary school before they go into higher institutions and they are too strong for us to bend. Let us handle them now that they are still young. At least they can change easily in this stage. Another thing that the counselor, the professional counselor does for the students is standing as an intermediary between the school, the parents, and the students, even the teachers. So the professional counselor is like a bridge between them that connects the home to the school through the students. That's another function or role of the professional counselor. The professional counselor is like a bridge that connects positively the home and the school through the students. Connecting the parents to the teacher or administration of the school and the parents and the children. Sometimes our children or students may have a need that the home is not too aware of or too abreast of. So the counselor will not bridge the gap for that student. Somehow, sometimes too, the issue or challenges that the students are passing through, the school may not be aware of it like that. So the counselor will be the one to probe into the home to get information on the student and get back to the school with the abreast information. So that's how the counselor connects as a bridge positively between the home and the school. I appreciate you for being with me today. I guess you have learned something as I have done. Thank you to my old subscribers. I appreciate you. And if you are new here, please don't forget to click the button to subscribe, like, and share. Also, drop your thoughts on the comment section. See you next time. Bye.